Sisi faida yetu ni tuwe na umoja wetu kama wa Kenya.
Kenyatta was defiant as he left court on Wednesday afternoon, telling supporters outside the ICC that nobody tells Kenyans what to do. Francesca Fanshawe, Arise News.
Well, we're joined now by Janet Wainana, who's a Kenyan journalist and commentator. Thank you very much for joining us. Why do you think President Kenyatta went to The Hague when he was urged not to, not least by the African Union?
Well, Uhuru Kenyatta feels like it's about time that this is dealt with because they need to continue doing his job, which is serving the Kenyan people. So when the ICC actually called him to go, he agreed to go and to represent himself, not the country, because it is him who is being indicted.
From a legal point of view, I mean, is it your sense that the case should be stopped for lack of evidence? Because if it isn't, it's going to suggest that there is a political motive behind continuing action against President Kenyatta.
I mean, Kenyan people at the moment are feeling like this is totally directed to destabilize Kenya. Because Uhuru Kenyatta they have said time and time again, there's no evidence. This case has been, lying there waiting for some evidence to turn up from anywhere. But for them to actually say, yes, we are charging you, they needed to have hard evidence to start off with. So this is carrying forward something that is not good, because for a standing president, he needs to focus on running the country, not waiting for an ICC to find evidence.
There are a lot of Kenyans who want to see Kenyatta arraigned before the ICC. How do you square that hole?
Personally, I'm somebody who's been brought up in the post-election violence zone. I'm brought up in Molo. So, and I know a lot of people, my friends, my neighbors died. Some of them, their houses were burned. But it isn't personally Uhuru Kenyatta who actually went there and done it. We would like to see, yes, somebody has been charged for things like that, but not to find one person and say, yes, Kenyatta should pay for this. If there's evidence against him, then for what it takes, take him. But right now, what Kenyans are saying, if there's no evidence, then just leave our man alone.
Well, the ICC have tried to get evidence from the Kenyan government. Now, the Kenyan government is a signatory of the Rome Statute. They're saying that the Kenyan government is refusing to provide some of the evidence they requested.
This is a story that is going out in the media, but the Kenyan government have been very cooperative from the word go until now. Even now, they're still cooperating. If the ICC is asking for evidence that is already there, not going to look through books or through everything else, then that makes sense. But you can't just come to my house and say, I want to look for evidence in order to charge you. I wouldn't allow you in if that was me. So I think if they knew exactly what they were looking for and asked for it, I'm sure the Kenyan government would give them. But at the moment, right now, they look like they don't actually know what they're looking for.
Yeah, the fact, of course, is that a number of the witnesses have retracted their statements, and that compromises the integrity of the investigation. So, in a sense, the case is pretty much lost even before it started.
There's a lot of people who are saying these witnesses had been paid by somebody to actually go and say these things that are not real. So we don't know yet who are the fake witnesses and who are the real witnesses. So at the moment right now, what we're saying, the ones who've actually refused to go and testify probably were the fake ones. So the case itself, as it stands right now, even though it's for the president, because I think they're just pulling it forward because it's a president. If it's somebody like you and me, I think any court anywhere would have just let the case go.
Do you think they're targeting Africa?
ICC is targeting Africa really badly. And for starters, Kenya has been such a stable country. What we're looking for is to have our country back in order. Community cohesion, we're looking for that. But at the moment right now, if they keep pushing, they're dividing the country. Because as you said again, there are people who are in the opposition and they would like to see the president obviously being charged. And for that, there's still going to be this division. For how many years are we Kenyans going to wait for that to happen? So I think it's about time the ICC made up their mind. You know what? Uhuru Kenyatta hasn't got a case. Can he go forward and lead this country?
Janet, thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.